All right, folks, welcome to the Trading Nut YouTube channel. We've got Jeremy Hills here from resultswithnlp.com, and we're just about to walk through the trading strategy that he dropped on the podcast show, which is full of tips and tricks for anyone looking at mindset NLP type results in their trading and using that to improve their trading and some other things as well. So guys, check that out afterwards. After this little video, there's a link on YouTube below the video, and if you're on the site, you can just probably find it on the same page. All right, Jeremy, so over to you.
Hi everyone. I'm just going to show you my strategy now. Really simple is I just get back to basics of just trading the daily chart with the weekly chart. The main thing I look for though, that it is intuition, like we were talking on the podcast, is knowing when not to trade. And if I've got a chart that's very messy, I'm going to leave it alone. And I found market selection is key. And if I find like I don't have my finger on the pulse of the market, I won't touch it. Like for example, I'm going to show you some trades that I've taken on the pound that I really liked. This stuff sort of here though, if I see messy wicks everywhere, I'm not going to be trading the charts. Like it's too messy for my liking, and it's showing that I'm likely to get into a trade and get kicked out of it pretty quick. So if I have a look through down here, this to me, the market started to find some direction again, and there was some trends starting to form again. Here it was some nice sideways action, but there's a lot of movement going on here, which I like. It's starting to show there's some direction, and people are coming into the market, and the market kind of knows where it's going. So obviously this would be a weekly low down is round here. And a simple trade as this is, it's really effective, is just having the lower top come down. And this to me was, and it was along here, it was a nice horizontal line. Where is it? So I say the most I'd ever put on is a horizontal line. And if you notice there, along there, you got support. This is pretty much a triple top along there as well as a pattern. Lower top came down, shorted it there, and then I just trailed my stop down all along the tops until I got kicked out down here.
Very nice. And so that was so you were using the weekly to get in as well?
Well, yeah, if I went up to a weekly, like obviously I from experience, I know that's still going to produce down like a weekly. So I have a look. So you have a look down here. Obviously, these weeklies come down a lot down here, and it's been finding resistance against here.
Okay. Are you able to zoom in a bit?
Yeah. So like an entry on here, I would enter just at the low here. Sometimes if I'm finding I'm not 100% sure, I might wait for a close on the 4 or the hour just down here.
Yep.
But just, as long as it breaks down here, I'd be looking at as soon as it breaks here to put a stop above here and an entry here, and then just trail it down. And I think I ended up even exiting a little bit early because when I saw this here, and honestly, as I say, I've always find that trailing is even still better, and just trailing down the top. And I find when you have a big trade like this, like they've actually, if I say out of 20 trades, the ones that make the majority of my money are ones that will bank like 5, 7, 8% on a trade. And I don't know which ones that's going to be. It could be any trade.
Yeah. And
I find that they make my bread and butter. And most of the time, if I am cutting out here, I am going to make maybe 2, 3, 4%. But if I let it run, I might squeeze an extra 5, 6% out of it, and I wouldn't know which ones that is if I took profit too early.
And so the key thing here is looking for that clear directional change, which you've got there a bit further back, where you've got all those red bearish bars breaking through that support on the that was to the left of it significantly, and then there's some consolidation underneath that. So you know that the direction, at that point you're sort of thinking, okay, the direction looks like it's going lower. You've also broken the lows again, and then you're now sort of looking for that trade. So is that sort of sums it up a bit?
That is pretty much the way I trade. I would say though, it is knowing your market conditions, because if like if I have a look at the euro right now, if you've seen the euro for such a long period of time, all of this is so messy. And if I continued, like that might be a break and it might look like a lower low and stuff, but all of this is not showing any direction.
Yeah.
And I think that is where intuition comes into it for me, is like just staying out of markets and just moving on when the charts don't look clean.
Fair enough. Cool. It looks great. Look, thank you once again for coming on the show. And it's been a pleasure having you on. Guys, if you do want to check out that interview, it was absolutely fantastic. There will be a link under this video on YouTube, and this will be on the show notes page as well. So before we wrap up, Jeremy, what's the best way for the guys to get hold of you?
I mean, go to my website, which is resultswithnlp.com, or you can email me on info@resultswithnlp.com.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, and all the best for the future.
Thanks, Cam.